We back at it. You know what it is. Big win for the Sixers. 99-79 over the Heat. Back at home at the Wells Fargo Center. Before we get any further into this, like, subscribe, click the notification bell. You know the rest. Without further ado, Joel Embiid, the mask returns, man. Back in prime form, bro. Looking like Phantom of the Opera. Came out, dropped 18 and 11. Showed grit, showed determination. He wanted it, man. He wanted it so bad, man. And his presence on the court just made a difference. Defense was night and day. When he's on the court, the Heat got forced into so many bad shots, so many tough shots that, come on, at halftime we were up 41-34. They scored 34 points in 2 quarters. Think about that. I mean, you can go back to the defensive days of the 90s and the 80s. 34 points in one half. That's insane. It don't happen. It just doesn't happen. They really shut them down. Did a great job. The rest of the team, they started playing, I wouldn't say playing better. I would say like the law of averages came into play. They were not going to shoot as bad as they had been in the first 2 games. So they came back to normal. But Danny Green, he went from being horrendously bad to just being damn near unstoppable. 7 for 9 from 3-point range, all 3-pointers. 21 points, just on fire, man. Just couldn't be stopped. Maxey, 5 of 6 from 3-point range, 21 points himself. James Harden dropping you 17 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Solid game. Nothing special, but solid. And then Tobias Harris, 9 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. And look, it might not look like he did anything super special, but he came down with rebounds in a lot of key moments. Because there were spots where, and we've had problems with this, where Miami would come down with offensive rebound after offensive rebound after offensive rebound. Cannot have those second and third chance opportunities. And at a certain point, Tobias Harris started really going up and getting the ball. Him and Embiid just started shutting that down, and it was refreshing. It was refreshing. So, great job, fellas. Thibault, his presence was felt on defense. Played a great game. Kept Tyler Hero in check. Jimmy Butler had his moments. He kept them treading water for a nice little bit there. They had a nice run in the third quarter. They outscored us 31-27. They had at one point a 20-6 run, but the Sixers were able to answer back, stop the bleeding, and then eventually close the doors. By the time Embiid went out, we had a 17-point lead. And Embiid, he put an exclamation point on it by hitting a turnaround jumper with the and one, and just a great night, man. Just a great night. He had the thumb injury. He had the concussion that he was getting over, and then the fractured orbital bone in his right eye, I believe. All those things, he was able to really persevere and push through that. And even though he looked fatigued at times, because remember, he's been, 6 or 7 days where he couldn't do any type of conditioning or physical activity. So he's jumping right into the fray of things full bore. Played 36 minutes, I believe. Let's see, how many minutes? Played 36 minutes after having a whole week where he couldn't even work out or keep his conditioning in shape. And you could saw points where he was huffing and puffing, and he wanted it, man. If that's not an MVP, I don't know what is. Let me know what you guys think going into Game 4. I didn't make a video about this, but I was talking with one of my buddies, and I said if Embiid comes back, the Sixers have a strong shot to win Game 3. And then if he's able to have some semblance of his usual self, even if it's like 60 or 70% of his usual self, they're a whole different team. I think the Sixers can win 3 games moving forward, but I don't know if they can win 3 straight. So they cannot afford to lose Game 4, in my opinion. Because winning 3 straight, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that, considering all the things that Embiid's having to battle against a very tough, defensively sound, just fundamentally sound Heat team. They're not going to shoot as bad as they did today, but Embiid's presence is going to take away a lot of those easy drives to the lane. It's going to force them to be a jump shooting team and that's exactly where I want them at. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and on to game 4. Let's get this dub. I think they can do it. If Embiid plays like this or better, if he doesn't play, if this is his floor, the Sixers are in good shape. Not great shape, but good shape. Catch you on the next one.